Making the fully beaded Ferrari dress is underway, and now that we have everything drawn out with our erasable marker, we can start doing what I call color by number, which is essentially filling in all the things we drew out with beads, color by number basically. With the Ferrari and any logo, I love to do straight lines. This just makes it look so neat. And then I moved on to the car. I haven't actually sped anything up because I want you guys to see how long this actually takes. It's such a delicate process, and why these dresses take months and months to make. I not only spent every waking hour beading this dress, I also had my uncle help me. He was so delicate with it and he took forever to do it, so I basically did double the amount he did in a little bit, but still anytime it was helpful because I couldn't have done this dress all by myself in the time that I needed it to be done. Because we were on a bit of a time crunch, plus I was still beading other shirts, I was doing this in the car. Every single minute, sitting down on the TV, going to the shops, I was beading, and this process takes forever, but it's so worth it because I love the way that the beads actually look when they're all together on the dress. The ombre part was my absolute favorite, and I'm so glad the dip dye came out the way it did, because mixing the white and the red beads before fading into completely white beads just looked so stunning, and this is it here. This beading process always has its own little hiccups, and one of those was the fact I was running out of beads, especially these white ones, so I had to go to my local craft shop and get longer ones, which I ended up loving the look of for a different texture. This bit was the part I was dreading, which was doing the Ferrari logo. The Ferrari logo has so much detail in it, and to get that level of detail with beads that small of scale is completely and very hard. I did do a live for this, so everyone on that live knew how long it took. We were on for 3.5 hours and it still wasn't finished. Because the beads have their own shape, it's really hard to get the logo super detailed, but I think once it was finished and all together, it looked so good, and I'm so happy with the way it turned out. Now all we have to do is sew it up. So you can see I haven't sewn in the darts yet, and I left a space for the split. Anyone interested, this is what the underside looks like. It is quite messy and there is stitches everywhere, so that's why we're lining it. I knew from the start it was going to need a lining, so when I did the dip dye, I actually dip dyed 2 sets of this fabric. Now we just have to sew the dress up, and I learned from the McLaren dress to use a zipper foot so we can get nice and close to all the beads.